Alright, so it looks like we have our first taker. We're going to roll 17 and draw a hand of 2 lands, a Mana Drain, a Hurkyl's Recall. Interesting. So I think we're gonna open up with Vampiric Tutor into Ancestral Recall and see how that goes. Or actually, I would say we can Vampiric Tutor into something like, we could Vampiric Tutor into Card Advantage. Tolarian Academy. This seems like a Storm deck, or certainly some kind of explosive deck. He could actually still be on shops. Let's see. But judging by the question he just asked me, this seems absolutely like Storm, though. Dark Confidant, interesting. Where he's already down to 4 cards in hand. No more mana floating. 4. Tinker. Oh, alright, so he's gone for an all-in play. And, this is why we have Hurkyl's Recall in the deck. Where he's going to go for an all-in, I'm going to assume it's something like Blightsteel Colossus or a Mere Battlesphere. Maybe a Sphinx of the Steel Wind, same thing that we're trying to go for in our other decks. In the Slaver Control deck that I was playing. Now he's going to cast Ancestral Recall. This is the absolute nutters. Oh my god. We're going to cast Vampiric Tutor in response here. Now we are absolutely on the back foot. I think Vampiric Tutor actually needs to get us Forcible here, because we need to be able to cast Hurkyl's Recall and bounce Blightsteel Colossus, or we're dead. And if we cannot resolve it, the game's over. So I hate to say it, but we're going to have to waste our Vampiric Tutor on this copy of Forcible. But certainly we were on the back foot here. Of course, we're going to untap, we're going to draw, we're going to cast Hurkyl's Recall, and we managed to get through without having to fight counter magic. Now, unfortunately, between Dark Confidant and Ancestral Recall, we are in a total pickle of getting blown out by his card advantage. Not to mention being beat down by these Dark Confidant beats. And he does have a second land. Alright, Preordain's good. Man, oh man. So that's a crazy opening hand on his part. We can cast. What I think we could do is we can cast Demonic Tutor here, getting Fast Bond, and then we could have Merchant Scroll getting Gush, and we can try and be off to the races next turn. Tolarian Academy does not actually tap for any mana, so he's essentially on just Underground Sea. I would not recommend trying to go for Strip Mine with Demonic Tutor because he's already drawn so many cards. It's unlikely that he's going to be stuck on mana, especially with Dark Confidant and a second Dark Confidant in the grip. I don't want to sit and try and play a counter game, but if he resolves a second Dark Confidant, we'll be very hard pressed to win the game in short order. What I think we want to be doing here, as unfortunate as it sounds, is I think we're going to want to cast mana. We're going to leave open mana, cast Mana Drain. Yeah, we're going to leave open mana, cast Mana Drain on his turn, countering, I don't know, hopefully a relevant spell, likely a Dark Confidant, untap, cast Demonic Tutor and Merchant Scroll in the same turn. And then Demonic Tutor is going to get Demonic Tutor is going to get Fast Bond, Merchant Scroll is going to get Gush, and then we're going to try and draw our way back into the game. Wow, a third Dark Confidant. That is quite impressive. Unfortunately, those Dark Converts are not going to do anything for him. Here's a Mox Emerald, and if he just passes here, that'll be the worst. Where I want a Mana Drain, unfortunately. Alright, and now he is tapped out here. Where it's on the bright side of this. Ooh, and a third Underground Sea. So I'm going to be casting Demonic Tutor here. Let's see. Demonic Tutor is going to be getting his Fast Bond. I want to be casting Merchant Scroll here, which is going to be getting his Gush. Unfortunately, I do need to reveal the Gush. I want to be casting Fast Bond here. I want to be picking up the lands with the Gushes. Take through time. Interesting. One, two, three, four. Four can be pitched. So of all these cards, what's the one card we want to be saving? If we try, and I would probably, if I want to dig through time here, I probably want to be saving. Do we play land this turn? Puts Underground Sea in play. Played C, then bounce to replay both. Let's see. So I'm actually amazed that we're only 2 cards behind in deck. Where he has 5 cards in hand, we have 4 cards in hand. I really don't want to be just casting Preordain here. But I also just don't want to be sitting and doing nothing. I think we're going to pass the turn here and then end phase, dig through time. But I'm truly surprised that he has not gotten more counter magic here. Well, maybe we do want to cast it now. I think I'm going to exile everything except the Gush. Just to kind of get around his counter magic. Alright, so 7 cards in hand. 7. Alright, so we definitely don't want the Tendrils now. Gifts Ungiven could be totally backbreaking, where we can Gifts Ungiven and make a pile like Regrowth, Snapcaster, Regrowth, Snapcaster, Yawgmoth Swill, and maybe a 4th Gush. I definitely think Gifts Ungiven is one of the stronger cards in this pile. I think I want to be taking Gifts Ungiven and maybe an Island, actually. Gifts Ungiven and the Island, just so we can have Force Pitching Preordain and then Flusterstorm backup to anything he might be doing. Gonna go to 10 here. And I think that's what we want to be doing. Maybe. I really don't know. We are certainly playing a dangerous game here because we can go to 6 this turn. We go to 2 next turn. Yeah, we go to 6 this turn, go to 2 next turn, and then Fast Bond is essentially useless. But if we can get some small hedge through something, if we can hit, or we could actually Tendrils for a small amount, that'd be excellent. Key is fine. And this looks like he's gonna, alright, Ponder. Ponder's probably fine. We can go to 5, go to 1. Maybe the Gifts Ungiven is too slow, that's unfortunate. And I misplayed here. Alright, so we're going to untap, upkeep. I think he has to have counter magic at this point. We're going to be drawing. And slim pickings. We know one card in his hand is a Blightsteel Colossus. So he essentially has 4 cards in hand. He's had nothing to shuffle it away. No, he hasn't. Alright. How unfortunate. We can main phase this Gifts Ungiven, which really sucks, but I really actually want to be doing this rather than alright. I really would rather be doing this rather than giving him the chance to draw even more counter magic. And we could actually stop. We could actually go for Talrond Gush, perhaps. There's really nothing in our grave that makes Yawgmoth's Will any good. We can cast a mini Tendrils on the next turn to get ourselves up to more life. Let's see. We have 1 Gush in the yard. Gush is really not all that efficient here. Man, I think I want to be taking Talrond. I think I want to be taking. Man, this is quite difficult indeed. Let's see. We could take a Talrond here. We could take a Regrowth. It seems like we have nothing to really help here. You'll excuse me for a moment. Hello? I'm alright. Nothing. Alright. I mean, I've been picking through the fridge. I had some fruit. Alright. Okay. Everything else is fine, yeah. Alright, bye. Hey, and we're back. Let's see. So Regrowth and Talrond can go to hand. Let's see. Snapcaster, Recall go to hand. Regrowth and Yogs will go to grave. We're going to get knocked down to 2 here, and unfortunately I really don't see a way out of here. This seems like Dark Confidant, and having to really throw away our Demonic Tutor, our Vampiric Tutor in the beginning of the game, and having no substantial early game plays really made life difficult for us. Where this does not seem like Talrond can get us out of this spot. So we don't have enough mana. We can't Snapcaster Regrowth and have him in hand for next turn. We can cast Ancestral Recall, see what it's doing. But this does not seem like a game we are going to be winning. Here's a mental misstep. Knowing that it's one of our very few outs here. We can Force of Will, ditching a Preordain. And we're assuming he's going to have more counter magic to back it up here. Because he knows this is our one of our very few outs. I'm surprised. And see nothing coming, lose the Dark Confidant Beans. He got it. Game 2, what can we bring in? Thought seems very potent here. Maybe our weaker cards like Merchant Scroll and Hercules. I don't know if we still want Hercules because he is still going to be going in for a Blightsteel plan. Probably Mystical Tutor could be cut as well. And we're going to pick this up in the second recording.